Hello, everyone. I'm Francisco P. Domanic from the University of Hawaii at Hilo, and today I'm going to present about the benefits and challenges of ChatGPT in teaching, perspectives from ESL and EFL teachers and learners. Here's the outline of my presentation. First, I'm going to talk about the background of ChatGPT in English language teaching. Then I'm going to move on to the benefits of ChatGPT in ELT and the challenges of ChatGPT. And I'm going to move on to the strategies for maximizing the benefits of ChatGPT in English language teaching. And then I'm going to share with you as well on how you're going to overcome the challenges of ChatGPT in ELT. Then I'll move on to the conclusion, then it should be followed by the Q&A. First, I'd like to provide a background of ChatGPT in ELT. But before I'm going to go into that, I'd like to give you first an overview on what ChatGPT is all about. ChatGPT is an advanced language model developed by OpenAI, and I think everyone is very much aware of this, especially these days. It became very popular when it first came out last year in November, and where many people were very curious about that. And then eventually, ChatGPT became very popular, and even to some educators and to the students as well. It is trained on a vast corpus of text data, allowing it to generate human-like responses to user inputs in real time. And so that's what makes this ChatGPT really interesting. ChatGPT would eventually benefit, education, especially in language teaching, because it serves as a virtual language partner, allowing students to engage in authentic conversations and receive immediate feedback on their language use. It can also support learners outside the classroom, thus it encourages autonomous learning. ChatGPT uses chatbots, and we know what chatbots are. And I think many of you are also familiar on how chatbot works, particularly if we're using some transactions online, like for example, in the bank. So usually we have that chatbot that would interact with us. Chatbot is a computer application that simulates human-like natural conversations with users through text or voice. So mostly in banks, we're using these traditional chatbots, and it's also known as rule-based chatbots, which are based on a set of predefined guidelines extracted from external knowledge. Therefore, they're not so intelligent and can't answer questions that they were not programmed to answer. So that's why there are certain limitations there. However, in ChatGPT, it uses the AI-powered chatbot. So what are these AI-powered chatbots? So these AI-powered chatbots, they learn how to respond to user inquiries based on a vast of human language data set. Therefore, they can communicate with users intelligently, continuously learn from the prior interactions, improve over time, and act as tireless language learning assistants. And in fact, they can provide linguistic input and daily conversation practice, stimulate language learners' interest, and contribute to the overall growth of the learners. So it's not just an AI-powered chatbots, but they call this one also as an intelligent chatbots. Intelligent chatbots have caught an attention of language educators because they can interact with learners in their target language instantly and realistically. So in different languages, I've tried using a few languages in the ChatGPT, and it really worked. But I'm not really sure if all languages are actually covered with this. There are some potentials of ChatGPT in ELT. First, it has the ability to simulate authentic language interactions. And I think that's a good thing of ChatGPT, particularly in English language teaching, because it supports language learning by simulating authentic interactions. So especially in a non-English speaking countries, this would be very essential and helpful to practice the speaking ability, and at the same time the speaking skills of the students, particularly when interacting with another speaker of English. It can identify the meaning of a word in context, correct and explain language mistakes, create text in various genres, develop quizzes, annotate text, and offer dictionary definitions. So that's how helpful the ChatGPT in ELT. It also offers personalized feedback. If a learner finds input challenging, AI-powered chatbots can adjust the proficiency level. It provides personalized learning materials such as customized learning paths. So this is really good for a self guided or autonomous kind of learning. It it is an AI-powered chatbots can conduct formative assessments and provide immediate feedback, which is considered as very important component in order to succeed in language acquisition. Another potentials of ChatGPT is that it provides access to extensive language resources. Although chatbots have been used in educational setting since early 1970s, ChatGPT's ability to realistically mimic human conversation opens a new and exciting avenue in language learning. Because these chatbots are available 24/7, students can practice their language skills anytime and anywhere. So I think that would relate to what I mentioned earlier about the autonomous learning. It also enhances the effectiveness and efficiency of English language teaching, and this real-time assistance enhances learning by creating opportunities to interact and provide learners with opportunities to modify their output in communication. And in fact, previous research has found that chatbots engage language learners, expand their language capabilities, and help them sustain their motivation. So that's how helpful chatbots in the developing the language skills of ESL and EFL learners. This also opens up new opportunities for learners in the digital age. So generally, we can say that ChatGPT has a lot of benefits. To sum up those, we could say that ChatGPT enhances language practice and production, and it provides personalized feedback and error correction, and it facilitates independent learning and autonomy, and it also provides access to vast language resources. So we've seen here the benefits of ChatGPT, and so what shall we do in order to maximize those benefits? We know that ChatGPT promotes critical thinking. So one thing that we should do is to require learners to compare and differentiate their own writings from AI-generated writing output. And I did it several times in my class, and I find it really helpful. The second one is that balancing ChatGPT usage with face-to-face interaction. So we can do this by comparing and contrasting the face-to-face interaction from a chatbot interaction. And also in fostering digital learners and responsible AI usage. I always emphasize in class as well that we have to be responsible users of ChatGPT. And it is essential to really instill the importance of ethics in using sources. Another strategy would be incorporating teachers' guidance and supports wherein guiding and supporting students when developing their skills in writing, reading, speaking, and listening. And then the integration of authentic language use by asking students to write in real life context. And this one would really help maximize, the benefits of ChatGPT. So we've seen the benefits. I've also introduced the strategies, but I'd like to highlight also here some of the limitations of ChatGPT in the classroom. It is essential to know also that ChatGPT sometimes provide incorrect or nonsensical responses depending on the context that is given. So I think extra care should be taken into consideration here. It also provides ambiguous or context-dependent queries. So sometimes, responses would also depend on what is being encoded in the conversation. ChatGPT's responses are also based on pre-existing data. So current data are not covered yet. So I think based on the readings that I've done, I think it would still be up to year 2021. So what are the challenges of ChatGPT in ELT? So looking at those benefits, the strategies, and at the same time um, the limitations. So there are some challenges that we have to take into consideration of using ChatGPT in our English language classes. So there are scholars who are using that, who were saying that the use of ChatGPT, not just scholars but even professors, teachers, or instructors, are actually saying that ChatGPT encourages learners to cheat, particularly in writing. But there are ways on how we're going to overcome this challenge by using some software. And in our university, we're using Turnitin, which help to detect those AI generated text. And another challenge would be the accuracy and limitation of AI powered tools. And so, therefore, we should encourage learners to do some fact checking all AI generated information. And there is also another challenge of bias and cultural sensitivity, and most AI generated are not culturally neutral. Therefore, we should encourage our learners to double check in information taken from AI generated text. And the most important thing here is that we should always require, or we should teach our learners to be responsible users of ChatGPT and always observe some ethical considerations, especially the issue of plagiarism. So how are we going to overcome these challenges? So I enumerated here based on the data that I collected. We should encourage user awareness and verification. We should address bias and cultural sensitivity. We need to provide continuous professional development for educators, because educators should be trained on how to handle this, this issue. And of course, we need to ensure ethical usage and data privacy and incorporate human AI collaboration and develop digital competence to both teachers and learners. So there are ways of developing digital competence. So we should develop, when we do this, we have to develop the teachers and learners' technological proficiency. Of course, the teacher should know the pedagogical compatibility and some social awareness. So to conclude, I would say that ChatGPT offers promising opportunities for English language teachers, offering a unique tool to support language learning and communication practice. Its ability to generate language responses and engage students in interactive conversation has the potential to enhance language proficiency, and thus it would foster critical thinking. And of course, like what I said, it will help promote autonomous learning, or what we call self-directed learning. And it is also important to consider here and address the challenges of its accuracy limitation, text-based interactions, and potential biases. And ChatGPT provides learners with additional language practice and encourages reflection and analysis. And it serves a valuable resource for teachers, aiding in their lesson planning, providing instant feedback, and supporting differentiated interactions, and not just for teachers, but also for students as well. So I wrote some future directions of this study. It's that more studies should be conducted to focus more on refining the accuracy and reliability of AI-generated responses. And I think that would help further enhance the literature on the use of ChatGPT in ELT. And investigations into ethical considerations that includes data privacy and the impact of AI tools on learners' motivation and engagement. As ChatGPT and AI technology continue to evolve, it is essential to strike a balance between the use of AI-powered tools and human interaction, especially in English language teaching. Then teachers are pivotal in guiding students, promoting critical evaluation, and fostering meaningful language learning experiences. And lastly, educators can harness the potential of AI technology to create dynamic, engaging, and effective English language teaching environment. So thank you very much and mahalo.